What's up? This your boy Carcino here, and this is about Dwayne Wade, Jason Kidd, and their mini fight over Gabrielle Union. A lot of people ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. They won't be able to figure out the flow or the patterns of what's going on. Because nobody was really paying attention at this time or even caring. Now, I don't know if y'all seen that show Being Mary Jane with Gabrielle Union. Well, the show is basically just like how she is on the show. Her character. She is just out there. And she was married to an NFL player to about like '05, and like ever since that divorce, she's just been out there, like dating like crazy. But for some weird reason, she likes to attract. She's attracted to married men. It's a pattern. I mean, it's really weird. Because in the movie, she plays that role, and everything to complete this game, every romantic movie I've seen of her, they cast her as the woman that's trying to ruin a relationship. So it's like, why do they keep casting her in these roles? And then in real life, it seems like she's playing them in real life. She's maybe just that girl. But nobody really stopped to really pay it too much attention. Because she was on messing with dude from 106 in Park. She trying to mess with his little marriage thing with AJ. Then there was that guy Boris Kudo. And then Chauncey Billups. Chauncey wife, she ain't going at gunpoint. So I know Uno was like, no. No, I can't go to no next level with you. No, And there's some other people I can't name. Besides, because they don't want to be involved, but the word on her is she's too bossy. And a bossy woman dealing with people who already married, they already got a boss. They wife. They ain't trying to go to no situation where they getting bossed. And then she starts hooking up with the crazy man, Darren Sharper. And I think he's playing with Minnesota at this time. And they met at some event. And she was all impressed with him, and she was attracted to him, and they started dating for about a couple of months, trying to see how it goes. So while she's dating Sharper, everything's starting to unfold because they don't see each other. You know, he's not in Miami all the time. He's got to play. Even though in the off season he has a very long off season, he do other things, and plus he like to play the field. So, you know, they probably ain't gonna be together long with him. They're a cute couple in the public, and she loved that. But he's not committing to like we're gonna be a couple or anything like that. He's kind of doing his own thing. You know, he'd love to take her places and stuff like that, but Darren Sharper was Darren Sharper. And everybody ended up finding out who Darren Sharper was in the end. You know. But she used to date Jason Kidd when they were in high school, and Jason Kidd dumped her when he went to Cal and everything else. They were like sweethearts or whatever, and she thought she was gonna end up marrying Jason Kidd, and then he broke her heart. So anyway, after doing that and going to the league and doing all this stuff, she ended up with a second chance to try to get Kid. Kid gets traded out of Phoenix from just being wild and out of control, and him and his wife is on the borderline of a divorce. You know, he's playing in Phoenix. I mean, he's playing for the Nets now, so he's gonna be in New Jersey. And she has a lot of stuff she does in New York and Atlantic City, so that worked out fine for her. Now in '07, the Super Bowl was being played with the Colts and the Chicago Bears, and the game was taking place in Miami. So Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade were like the honorary hosts of the party. 2 days prior, Jason Kidd was just in Miami. They had just beat the Miami Heat. Just sweep them, you know, like beat them down by 10 or whatever. So that was just 2 days prior. So at this party, she meets Dwayne Wade, you know, and, you know, they hook up, you know, like they get each other's contact information and, you know, initial attraction, but she's in a relationship with Sharper at the time, and he's married. So he's going through problems in the marriage, but the problem was it was him. He wanted to play the field. He got married basically before he even got in the league. So, you know, he's living in Miami and he got all this trim around him. It's like, hey, I don't know if this marriage thing gonna work out. So Wade was just in a different space, and he's trying to get with Gabrielle Union, who in his mind he looked at her like that's his Haley Berry, and she's about 9 years older than him. So naturally, there was gonna be some, you know, shifting. When they you know, talked and stuff, she was hesitant about dating him, and she was gonna go ahead and date Jason Kidd, because her and Kidd, you know, they know each other. So they met up in Atlantic City, they talking and all this stuff, and just so happened they were playing the Miami Heat, and Dwayne Wade was hurt during that time. And while Wade was out, he was talking to Gabriel all those times. His shoulder was hurting and he calling her, yeah, I'm just trying to get better, and yeah, I was thinking about you, and you know, he's running game. He got time. He at the crib. So her and J Kidd tried to hook up. You know, they doing their little thing. They meeting, and she thinking, okay, I done broke up with Sharper at this point. I'm done with him and all his games. Now it looks like Jason and I could probably turn some things around, you know. He finna get this divorce from the wife, and they in there talking about their relationships and where they're going and how they should have been together. And next thing you know, Jason's got his shot. You know, he's finna go for it. He's doing his thing. And I guess somehow she kind of finds out Jason is doing what he do, Kid being Kid. You know, he got all these other girls on standby. That's Jason Kidd. I mean, that's what he does. So Wade, you know, she's talking to him just like, she's like, I'm just tired of people who ain't serious. And he's like, I'm serious, you know, like I'm trying to make it work and this and that. So she thinking these older guys are playing me, but this young kid is envying. He's envying her. Like, you're my star, my angel. You know, Wade was nose was wide open, so she was like, I could work with this. This is my ball of clay. Plus, they won a title, an NBA championship. So, this was it. This was where she wanted to be. He's in Miami. She's from Miami. This is where, I think I could work some things out with him. So, she wanted to meet him and see what she could do and realize she had 100% control of him. And was like, oh, this is the best. I got a better ball of clay right here to work with. And Dwayne Wade. So, once Kid realized that Union wasn't going to be in the picture, and then the rumors came out that she was kind of seeing Dwayne Wade and they were hanging out and all this stuff, it was game time. It was game on. So when they played for the first time in November, if anybody watched that game, Wade was back. Wade had the most points of the game, but they went at it. Him and Kid it put on a show. When Kid was defensively a nightmare for Dwayne Wade. Wade got all his stuff from the line because he only hit like 4 shots in the game. Because Kid was all over him defensively, and really the guy that won the game was Penny Hardaway. His points came in handy, but defensively, those two playing against each other, man, that was great to see. Great basketball was played. It was so much intensity, but people didn't know what they were really playing for. If anybody could go back and watch that game, that November game was 07. Yeah, that was a good game. They was playing for her love. But this woman loves married men. I don't know what it is. I don't know where she gets off on it or what's the importance of it. But they screwed up Wade's marriage with his wife because Siobhan is like, what's going on here? We still married. We talking about reconciling. He on the phone talking about we gonna work it out. And then he moves from Chicago over to Miami. Now Wade, we knew Wade because, when he was at Marquette, when he's from Chicago, his daddy, his mom's is out of control. One of my boys is just like, I used to serve his moms, it was crazy at the time, but the city was rooting for him to make it. They was hoping he'll become a Chicago Bull. He did great with his career and everybody supported him, but the way he was treating his wife, the black women in Essence and Ebony Mag, all of them were like, wait a minute, hold on. We just put you in our magazine and everything else, and this is happening? Yeah. First they tried to make it look like his wife was crazy. Then it went from, okay, she's crazy, to, well, let's see what she's talking about. Then it went from, wait, we might have to investigate this because it's getting a little crazy. We got kidnapping kids. It's all this lawyers being attacked on her and trying to make it like she can't show up in court, and judges are signing papers before she even got there. It was a whole bunch of criminal stuff to try to take the kids from her. And she's from Dalton. She's from the Chi. And her family was going to ride. Because before Dwayne Wade had a dime, he lived with her and her mama. He had 2 garbage bags full of clothes asking could he live in their house. It was calling her mama. So when he married the daughter, when they had the first kid, that's what it was. But it's just like when people get married at a young age, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they doing. They just reacting to stuff and doing what they think they need to be doing. So That's what that was, and he wanted to go, and the wife is just like, I'm not just finna, let all this go by. She just kept fighting it. But if somebody want to leave, let them. As long as they take care of their responsibilities and everything else, that's all that need to be done. You can't keep a person and keep a man that don't want to be kept. But she ran Gabrielle Union's name through the dirt, calling her a home wrecker, calling her, all these different names. And the thing is Gabrielle Union, she was told to keep her mouth shut. Don't say nothing. Just keep your mouth shut. Don't respond to it, because then it's going to get worse. And she's like, I know I didn't do anything I want to do. But you did. This is your MO. You seem to always attract married men. Men do this stuff too. It's not like I'm saying she's a hoe, for what she does. It's just that, hey, she's dating, but it's like going after married people is not the move. But for her, it worked out, It worked out. She got what she wants. She got the ball of clay she wants, and he gonna do everything that she wants done. But the word around the campfire is she's too bossy. And that's why a lot of her relationships falter. Because she's got to be the boss all the time. And no matter if they hit an impasse, her words going to count. So, well, that's it. I'm out. Follow the truth behind sports beefs in the playlist section. And I'm out.